Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys. What am I, in my car? I was gonna say
No.
getting at you guys from my whip.
Mm,
What the heck? See, my mind is just already in my office. Office.
No,
No, no, like my
it's in your
mind,
car.
yeah, but in the re-up and on the W-2, I refer my car as my office.
Mm,
This office that I'm in right now is like I say my studio, but I don't always say my studio. I don't know. I just fucked up the whole intro. It's
redo.
late.
Take two.
Yeah.
Take two.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everyone? It's who am I? It's your
Oh my
girl.
goodness.
It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie. Getting at you guys with
Take
another.
three.
Oh my gosh!
Redo it. Redo it.
You know what?
Take three.
Let's hear Just Rap do it.
No, I
Bring
don't
us
even know
in.
your intro.
Well, I apparently I don't either. So
No, no.
yeah, I'm losing my voice. So I know you guys can hear it, right?
Take three. Yes, go.
Take 4. Uh
Oh no.
oh. I didn't mute in time.
Take six.
Stop. And you're listening to another YRAM podcast episode. And up on panel, we got Jesse Rap.
Boo.
You are just Rap, right? Or are you
Boo.
Robert? Robbed?
Robbed.
Robbie?
Robbed.
Or are
Just
you
robbed.
Robbie Sinclair?
Yeah. Just Robbie.
Just Robbie. Just Robbie Sinclair. If you guys don't know what the hell we're talking about, go to the previous episode before this one. Thanks. Yeah, it's getting late. It's not like that late, but it's late. It's like 10:52 p.m. right now on September 6th, you guys. Oh shit. Is that a dog
Oh,
or is that an alarm?
it's it's everything.
Oh shit.
I don't know what the heck is going on outside, but something just broke loose, I think.
It's a dog honking at a prostitute.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Hola, 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 hola.
Said the cops knocking.
No, stop.
Somebody's knocking like the cops.
At your house?
What?
At your house?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't
Mm, yeah,
know. I
we
don't
need
do.
to. Huh?
What?
No, I was gonna say something, but it would be giving it away, and I should probably rewrite it down because when you hear this back, you're gonna be like, "What was that you were gonna say?" And I'm gonna be like, "No idea."
Mm,
But you know
no.
how you were telling me about the Ethernet or whatever, like the cord or something?
Mm-hmm.
Even if I were to do that, do you think be, it would help the conversation or the call?
Yeah, if you connected me to the computer, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
mean, this is like, I mean, through Bluetooth, right? So, like, what does the Ethernet cord have to do with the call? Does that make
because
sense? Okay. Well, I'm
because right now
trusting
you're on
you.
Wi-Fi, so every once in a while, it's almost like it refreshes, kind of, not completely refresh. So it's the CPU, right? It refreshes
I don't know.
a little bit.
I'm
Not
not
like
that
not like
technical,
you're
but
restarting the computer, but you've
mm,
seen it. You've
so it's
seen
almost
it.
like so it's almost like having like a home line, like
Yeah.
a landline telephone.
If
People are
you
like,
have it
"What's a
connected to
telephone?"
the Ethernet, it won't it won't do that. It's not a buffering, but it's kind of like when the CPU is being used. So how many apps do you have open right now
On my
on the
computer?
computer? Yeah.
Uh, like open?
Yes.
Let me think as I'm closing all of my apps.
Right. So if you have
Okay, I have a lot
Google
of
open
windows
and you
open.
have YouTube and you have email and you have
Yeah.
all of that is
Oh my
taking
gosh. Okay.
CPU, which is
Okay.
using the computer's
Okay.
motherboard.
Okay.
So you know how sometimes you have something loaded and it refreshes, like X,
Mm,
Twitter,
yeah.
that refreshes every once in a while. So that's what that's doing. All of those apps are refreshing either to keep you updated, like your email. Every time
Mm-hmm.
your inbox something comes through your inbox, it refreshes, even if you're not on it because it's open. So all of that is
Yeah.
taken from the computer. Oh, son of a fucking
Okay, I
idiot.
closed out like a shit ton of tabs. So you hear me now?
I can right now, but that doesn't mean it's gonna fix it
Yeah,
because
I know. I
you
was
know how
just
sometimes
taking a chance.
your windows close by accident. Like let's say you lose power,
Yeah,
and then
my
when you go
phone does
back
that
to it,
all the time. It's
what?
like, oh, like your phone is too hot. We closed out all of your apps. And it's like, fuck.
Yeah, but it still kind of keeps it in case you like when it happens on your browser, you open the browser again and it tells you, do you want to reload the pages? So it's keeping the memory there so that it could reload your stuff. I know it's
Mm,
a lot,
it is.
but basically you would have to close all the tabs, refresh the computer, and then start the program to record. But if you have an Ethernet cable, then it won't be doing that because you wouldn't be on Wi-Fi.
Okay, so we'll be back.
You have an Ethernet cable?
No, you said to restart the computer. So that's why I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
I could hear you right now.
BRB. Huh?
I could hear you right now.
Better? Or at all?
Okay, maybe not.
Nice try, I guess, for us.
Yeah, or it could be spiritual and we just won't be able to talk. Because, we don't have any fucking issues until we're gonna cast.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything starts giving us trouble.
Yeah, because our connection, just without the computer is great. It's good.
Mm,
But here it's like,
mm-hmm. Exactly.
mm-hmm. Well, I will work on getting that cable and we will test it.
I thought you said you had some.
I think I do. I think I have like three of them, but it's digging around in the back of my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
whether you want to talk about. Yeah.
Well, I did want to talk about why was I getting it was yesterday and today that when I got on Twitter that I was receiving a lot of like relationship um posts or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, like you got cheated on, like bad relationship stuff. But it's kind of like realization. Some of it's a little uplifting, but it's like, where is all this relationship stuff coming from?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's like it's almost like, okay, is something gonna happen? Is somebody gonna try to make contact with me? In a modern world, like in
Mm-hmm.
X. Like, am I gonna see
It's a possibility.
something online that I'm not gonna like? What?
I said that's always a possibility.
Mm-hmm. I told you something this morning, and Rob was like, "I'm gonna kill him." And what's
Edit
and
that. Edit. Edit.
oh no, he's
Nah, I
gonna
wouldn't.
he's gonna beat him up. How about that?
Yeah, no, it's good enough for me.
No, my gosh. See, but it came through as a spiritual thing, and when I seen this person in person, yeah, it was almost like he was kind of awkward,
Mm-hmm.
and
Like
I
what you
saw
saw was
what.
true.
Uh-huh.
Like what you saw was true.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to make excuses, or I'm not trying to say that it's okay, or I'm not by any means flattered by this person's thoughts. What I was trying to say is that this person's been awkward. Like, I think that's just his mannerism. Like, that's just how he is. But at the same time, it's like you shouldn't have went there thinking about me during your personal sexual events.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was telling just Rob, I was like, yeah, quite a few people from our past um still need our help reaching climax. So
You say it as if you're gonna be not so direct, and then you're direct. Just say it.
to reach the top. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah.
Are we trying to censor ourselves?
No, I'm too tired for that.
Yeah, they be touching themselves too much. Ew,
Yeah,
stop it.
but
Yuck.
you know how like some people, like, they act a certain way when they're like getting caught, or like they kind of move like they're embarrassed, or and just their body language, and like no eye contact, or stuttering, or
Yeah,
like saying the wrong thing, jumping too far ahead in conversation.
yeah.
And you're just like, okay, what's going on? What's happening? But like, when I first met this person, yeah, it was like, oh, okay, that's just how you are. But this time it was like spiritual, like what I saw. And I don't know, for me, when shit like that happens, it's like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance from that person.
Yeah, you're really gonna keep your distance now.
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to quit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Well, I have to because a certain exciting event is coming up, which, yeah, I don't think I should share it right now, but it's
Audie's
exciting.
pregnant.
Huh?
I said Audie's pregnant.
Yes, I am. Oh my gosh, babe. It was supposed to be
Uh-oh.
a secret.
Cut off.
It cut off?
For me it did.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're coming in quite clear. I was listening to the playback on our previous episode and you were fine. There was a little bit of static. I think we were hearing what you were hearing, but we couldn't hear it at the time. But we hear it on
Yeah.
playback though. But it's not like that horrendous.
Was it my fan?
I don't think so. Because you don't say that when your fan is on those other times. So I'm sure it's our
Oh,
connection. Because if you can't hear me during certain times, then yeah, it's a connection, not your fan.
yeah.
Excuse me. But what?
No, babe, you were supposed to say, okay, if you're demanding I quit, then I will quit. You know,
Question. Are
cause
you
you
demanding it?
obey, cause you obey me.
Mm. Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
think it's the best thing to do.
then I will do that. Hmm. Because good women always obey their men. Reference. Oh, poor you. Okay, it's too subliminal. Not everyone's gonna get it. But meaning no one's gonna get it.
They still don't get it.
Well, let's briefly discuss since we're
What?
not censored.
I
Maybe.
didn't catch what you said.
Oh my gosh. See, they're censoring me to my husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. If we were to start talking about it, it's gonna open like very complicated relationship topics or like marriage topics or
Mm.
just straight toxic topics that's gonna take. Oh shit, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11,
I see it.
11. Yay.
Shit.
It's a sign.
Sis,
Yeah, but like the topic is gonna take forever. And I don't think we have like time for that. But um it's along the lines of what we were just talking about, like what people think a relationship or a marriage should be, but it's more like dictatorship.
yeah.
Who's a dictator in our marriage? Can you guys take a guess?
Is there a dictator?
Yeah, I wasn't making threats in this episode. I'm kidding. Excuse me. Jeez.
Uh-oh.
But okay, in our marriage, there's no dictatorship. I just respect, and Rob has made it very vocal off of this episode and on this episode that clearly it bothers him, and I would never do anything to disrespect him. I know his reason, and I am loyal to him and only him. So, yeah, I'm gonna quit my whole last job. I'm gonna take it to the extreme.
Well,
And
okay, but
what?
see, there is a difference between dictatorship. Um, what's
Control.
that other word? It's not,
Controlling. No?
control.
Abuse.
Um, I don't know. You're cutting off, babe. But
Abuse. Abusive.
yeah, like I'm not telling you to quit your job because I don't want you to work. I'm telling you to quit your job because it's not a good fit for you. You're actually losing money working at this place. And that's on top of other things. It's not just like, oh, it's just that reason. If it was just that reason, then maybe you can make it work by asking for a raise or something, but no, it's not worth it. We thought it was worth it, but it turns out that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And it started off bad from the moment. Like, I honestly thought you had a full professional interview with the person. And it turns out that they were in and out of the interview. They didn't let you really speak your needs. They didn't tell you what they expected either, what it actually was. There was too many misunderstandings from the beginning. That's like clue number one. The reason why 2 or 3 days into, I think it was 2 days into you working there, you had to take time off already, which that doesn't work for them or you. Like I said, I feel like they're scared to fire you because obviously you're sick and they don't want to feel, or I don't, like legally they don't want to be like, oh fuck, we fired someone that's sick, now they can sue us for discrimination. And I know that that's not what it is for you, but that's not what they know, and that's probably not what they're thinking, and that's probably why you're feeling so much animosity from not the, I don't know, is he the owner or the boss? Let's put it that way. From the co-boss.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not like I'm just telling you, oh, I'm your husband, you have to obey me. I'm telling you because it's not a good fit for you.
Okay, so
It makes more sense for you to quit than for you to keep going.
yeah, that yes. Another thing, because we are talking about control, when if it was like flip, like do you think there would have been okay, like if the job was a good fit and they were, everything was going right, like I did like a full interview and
Mhm.
it was all back and forth and balance. And this other guy, the one that had the nasty thought about me, and I told you about it. Do you think there would have been like a compromise? Like okay, I'm cool with you working there, but like try to avoid him or like keep the conversation at a minimum? Or would it just be like go to a different warehouse or quit or
Again, trying to, if I was controlling her just like out of jealousy, because okay, let's face it, I'm not trying to sound conceited or trying to like boost your ego either, but it's happened before and it happens in places like it's happened at the other job. You know, you've gotten hit on before, so it's not like, so what, you're just never gonna fucking work again? Or you're never gonna have a regular job because people might hit on you? People flirt all the time. People hit on people just to see how committed they are. They see that ring on your finger, they know you're married, so some people just want to push it. They want to touch and what's it called? Like test the boundaries. They want to
mm,
see if you're committed. So I'm not gonna tell you like, oh no, somebody else hit on you, then you gotta quit. And even with the stuff that he did or what you said that you saw, even with that, like I have to understand that that happens. And until like let's say you guys are working together and he makes a pass at you or he says something inappropriate, then you would have to speak up. Or if I was there, I would speak up. And then he wouldn't be able to speak because his teeth would be down his throat. So then you wouldn't have to quit. You would get fired, and I would be arrested. So there goes that.
I got your bail, babe.
But no, I wouldn't be like, oh, what the hell? Somebody else looked at you, then you gotta quit. That's control, and it's insecurity. That's just somebody being insecure. Because honestly, I mean, if you like your wife, somebody else is gonna like your wife. If you found your wife attractive, somebody else is gonna find her attractive. So you're just gonna keep her inside the house and never let her come out? That's insecurity. That's control and insecurity. That has nothing to do with trust. Now, if you were telling me like, oh, it kind of turned me on to know that he does that to himself thinking about me, then I would have to look at you and be like, what the hell? But no, I
Yeah.
still wouldn't tell you like, no, you gotta quit because of that.
If a motherfucker made a pass at me and if, like showing them my ring, like, yeah, no, I'm kind of married. Well, not kind of married, but I'm married. But another thing, like if they continue to continuously make passes at me, then that's when I would go to my boss and be like,
Hmm.
I need you to either put me into doing something else or like, you know what I'm saying? Like just, let them know what's going on. Like, I'm feeling really uncomfortable about this person, being around this person, maybe a different job or like,
Yeah,
instead of being a
position.
driver, I could be like, someone that stays at the warehouse sorting. Like I would be looking for like solutions to like, not see that person so much or be like, hey, I'm just letting you know what's going on. Maybe you can pull him aside and talk to him or, like just let everyone know the situation. Um, and then it would be like, okay, if it didn't work, then it would be like, okay, well then I gotta go because
Yeah.
you're not gonna get rid of him, because he has like a bigger truck. He's gonna deliver the most packages. You're not gonna get rid of him, because I'm just a little person, in a car. I don't have a truck. It's like they would choose who's been there the longest and who can deliver the most packages. Though that's the person that they're gonna hang on to the most, because that it's like citing.
Do they have an HR department?
I don't even know that. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that there was no interview,
Yeah.
but he's he's the one that hired me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would take my problems to him. But I don't know.
Do you know what time he gets there?
I do not know. If I were to guess, probably at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
Because the warehouse doesn't open till 10. And there's already people inside sorting the packages for us drivers. So I'm guessing they probably open at like 7 or 8. And then they open the gate for us at 10.
Yeah. So how are you gonna talk to him? Or are you just gonna text him?
Well, he just texted me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'll read it to you in the class.
Oh no.
Yeah, he said, "Hey Audrey, how are you feeling? Are you good to work tomorrow?" I'm still thinking about it. No, like you are right. Like it is not worth it for me because I did talk about it on the W2. You guys can go and check out and listen to it, but um, I guess I'll explain a little bit here to get you guys interested in listening to it. But like, I talked in at least two episodes that I get disappointed because when you're waiting to get into the warehouse, the boss's wife, she'll message all of us in a group chat and she'll say like, "Oh, sort is completed," which is not, because when I get in there, I'm sharing a shift with a wonderful man named Terry, and he's sort like we're splitting the packages between me and him, and I'm like I have to wait for him to sort, and I'm probably waiting like 20 to 30 minutes for him to sort. And that's 30 minutes of wasted time, my time. And I have to haul all of these and I don't even get all the packages because he's like, okay, you can take these to your car, sort them, scan them, and come back to see if I have more for you. And I'm like, why don't you just text me? Because we have each other's numbers. But I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'm hauling half of my packages to my car. And when you're scanning or when you're sharing a route with someone, you have to scan the packages twice, which is more time. So I'm running back and forth at least 2-3 times before I'm actually able to scan the second time, number them, and sort them and load them. And by then it's like an hour has went by or 2 hours. So if I get there at 10 and I'm leaving the warehouse at noon, 12 o'clock, I didn't even get paid for any of that. And it's pay per stop, which is bullshit. So I had 4 packages the other day that I was unable to deliver because there was no access codes. I could not get to the customer. But I have attempted to drop it off. It's not my fault that there's no more information, but I should still get paid for the attempt because I'm wasting at least 5 miles in gas to get to that destination to only be turned away at the gate. So I'm losing money. And I have to drive these shitty packages that I didn't even get paid for back to the warehouse. You don't get paid to return packages. So it is a loss. But for me, I thought this job would be great because like I'm locked in, like I'm making for sure money, some type of money, any amount of money. But it's like it's money out of my pocket. For damn sure. And I had to wait 2 fucking weeks for my first paycheck, which I was not happy about, and it set me back on paying bills. So that's why I'm like, damn, no wonder these people are fucking mad on the road. No wonder these people are fucking angry. And they're yelling out at you through their window, waving their fists in the air at you, and it's like, dude, what's your deal? And I get it now. It's like it's their job. It's the people that they work with. And, just Rob was telling me about a week ago, like, yeah, like that's what you're feeling. You just you've never had, like, you never worked 5 days straight for somebody else. And this is what you're feeling. This is what that feels like. This is what's happening to you. So I was like, eh. No wonder people drink their problems away.
Yeah.
Like, no wonder people drink after work, or like men go to the bar after work. And I'm just like,
No, that could be a different story.
true that. Their
Depends
wives.
what they have to. Yeah, what they have to go home
Okay.
to.
It's not their job. Okay, got it. It's the wives. It's the
It's
kids.
it's both. It's a combination of all that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I am gonna I think I have to quit because it's costing me money, and I'm barely making a little over what I spent, and that's really bad. Plus my time, an hour, 2 hours wasted, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
Like, it's bullshit. I mean, if I were to make up something like a business, oh, I probably shouldn't say because they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's a good idea," and then take it and run with it. Okay, never mind.
Why
I'll
don't
tell you.
you ask him if he has a different position for you?
Yeah, and then his wife won't like it because I don't think she
Okay,
likes me
well,
either.
leave it up to them. In that case, I mean,
Yeah. No.
yeah, see, you're just not there yet.
Mm-mm.
You're halfway out.
Yeah, so if you guys want to listen to those episodes of what I do at Audie's W2, then you can check me out or those episodes out on YouTube and Spotify. And I'll drop a link for you guys to go check it out. But yeah, you can hear my frustration and all my F bombs.
Mm,
Yeah, it's just not, it is not worth it. Like, I have to be like straight up about it. And I'm not even gonna get into the Amazon shit. That's like a whole nother fucking episode. And I haven't recorded a re up for like about a month since I started this W2. So, is there a lot to catch up on? No idea. Except for what happened yesterday, but I'm not even gonna talk about it right now.
mhm,
Yeah, but I just I just thought about the relationship thing and then the person at my job and the whole like what a relationship and what a marriage should be or like how to go about something like that. But one thing I wanted to say is that I know I kind of fumbled on when I said, "Oh, I'm kind of married."
mhm,
Sorry, babe. That was totally bad choice of words. But I think it's pretty fucked up how, especially women, they're trying to, um, what do you call it? Like normalize.
bait. Oh,
And
I thought
what
you were
did you
gonna say
say?
bait. Bait. Bait.
No,
No,
not okay. Well, yeah, that's a topic, but I'm talking like what the fuck did I just say?
I don't know.
Normalize,
I took
normalize
normalize.
having a work husband. Have you heard that term?
Oh, yes.
Where there's like
Yeah.
some guy at their job that's like, "Oh, this is my work husband."
Mhm.
And it's like, "Do you have like a husband in real life at home?" Like that's a no-no.
Mm.
Motherfuckers should not do that. You fucking know better. You're just trying to, like you said, like what was that fucking, oh, I can't even think. You just said it like a while ago. Like
Mm.
um cuz you were saying everybody flirts and everybody's like okay with it or like leaving the door open for opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think that's like the girl's way to insinuate that, oh, since you're my work husband, or you know what, you're my work husband, like you're my husband here at work,
Mhm.
and guys, they just, again, like opportunity, like, oh, this is my chance
Yeah.
to get in her tail kind of shit. So yeah, I don't think that's cool, but motherfuckers do it.
Yeah, I don't understand why people. Well, first of all, what I thought you were taking it is, when women see a married man, they do bait him, they do try, and it's almost like they
Oh,
just want to
excuse
do
me.
it. At first, I think it's just to see, like, am I good enough for a man to leave his wife for me? But then when it doesn't happen or they turn them down, they're like, oh, I just wanted to see if he was a cheater. I was doing you a favor. And then if he does cheat and they don't actually want him, I think it's just like, I did you a favor. Now you don't have to worry about him being a cheater. At least I told you about it. It's a game to women. Some women, not all.
Mm-hmm.
But some women, as soon as they see a fucking finger, a finger on your ring, a ring on your finger, it's like a mission or it's like I said, a game to see if they can get them to cheat. I think that's worse than having a office or work husband. I
Mm.
mean, yes, it's bad. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't go for it. I wouldn't want you to have one, and I definitely wouldn't have one myself. And if you ever told me like, "Oh, I have a work husband," I'd be like, "Yeah, he's dead. We're going to your
And you
your
are too.
husband's funeral, and you are too." Yes.
After I'm done with him, you are too.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't imagine doing something like that.
but there's
Fuck
people that
that.
do it, and I don't know. I don't know if that's like if a wife tells her husband like, "Oh, I have a work husband," or it's just a joke. We just joke around.
No, fuck
I
that.
don't see.
That's
I
not
don't
funny.
see a dude. It's not. It's not. Unless he's cheating too. Unless he has a fucking like someone that he's messing around with at work, then he would be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, I have a at work wife too." But no, he's probably cheating for real. But no, I don't see. I don't see a faithful man going for that.
And that's how it should be.
You know, I don't think
Yeah, fuck
because
all that flirting shit.
people take marriage. Okay, well, first of all, I wanted to ask you, and maybe we've already talked about this, but like you said, this is gonna be like a repeating topic. Did you ever even know what to expect in a marriage?
Um, expect.
Yeah, like what do you expect from a husband? What do you expect from yourself to be a wife?
Well, I've always looked at myself like I was the best, you know, um, like I'm the girl that every guy should want, and I'm the girl that every woman should want to be because I knew that I was strong and I could take it or leave it. I could be all for it or I could just be like, oh, fuck off or fuck it. You know, like I knew what I wanted, and I always told people that like if you want a relationship, like you can want a relationship. If you want marriage, like you need to specify in conversations that you want a marriage. If you're
Mm.
the type of person where you are like, oh, I could fuck around, like I want a marriage, but I could also like fuck around too. But it's just knowing what you want. And I always got into um relationships or dating or even arrangements. I knew what I wanted, and it was never like, oh, I'm gonna make them what I want. Like I have never made anyone, to fit my shit. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much work. But expectations about marriage, I knew what marriage should be, and when I got into, or when, not you and me, but like with them, when I got into conversations with them about marriage, like, oh, what's your thoughts on marriage? You ever want to get married? Um, it was never to like bait them or to be like, oh yeah, I could fit that. I could do that. Or yeah, that's me. Like I never was that type of person. It was literally like, do you see yourself getting married? Like what's your thing? Like what's
Mm.
your deal with that? What's your thoughts? Um right off the jump when they said something to what they think they, or how they want their marriage, I was like, yeah, no. This is okay, so this is temporary. Like this is a
Mm-hmm.
temporary, fuck, or this is a temporary, okay, you're just someone to hang out with to kill time. So I just
Right.
never went there, but like, no, I didn't know what to expect in my marriage. Um, like, oh, I'll just take whatever. Okay, you know what? I take that back. I expected my marriage to be like, yes, you and me, and just only me. Um, you have to provide me with a house. Um, yes, you take care of all the bills. Um, but like, I'll help. Like, if you work, I'm gonna work. But, you know, in my culture, the men are supposed to provide the home. They're supposed to build their wives a home or buy them a home. So I went into that like, yeah, buy me a house or build me a house the way that exactly how I want it. If you work, I'm gonna work, but I do expect you to help me with the bills. Um, like we're in shit together. You wipe my ass, I'll wipe your ass. Like just shit like that, like the most humiliating, but we'll never leave each other. Friendship, lovers, we're sex fanatics. We can be best friends. Um, you can go chill, I can go chill, and like that's what I expected from my marriage. And I only felt like that. I feel now that I'm married, it's like I know I got that attitude from those that I was dating in the past, because I've dated guys that were like straight out of prison. I've dated guys that had absolutely nothing. Like they had no apartment, um, like no money, like, nothing wrong with working at McDonald's or Dollar Tree, but like they had like normal, like those types of jobs. They had no vehicle. Um, they would take buses, and for me, like I had everything. So I was like, oh, like I don't mind providing now, but I do expect you, like if I'm willing to help you, I expect you to work your ass off to get to my level. I know that sounds fucked up, but that's literally like what I thought. But it was so weird because I have never considered marriage with these guys.
Well, I was about to ask you that. Is
No.
that what you expect in a relationship or a marriage? Because I think there's a difference.
Yeah. I honestly, I never thought about marriage with those types of people. I can't even tell you if I was ever thinking like even long term with them. So it's like, remember how I told you in one of our conversations off the air, we talked about, or I told just Rob, I think women like a project. Like women, I think, okay, not some of us, not all of us, but like women want to build their own Ken doll.
Hmm.
Like a woman will take a man and be like, oh, like let's get you a haircut. Let's do something with this beard, or like let's get you out of those clothes, and like just start grooming him and like dressing him, and like, you know, she's building her dream man, her
Mm-hmm.
dream guy. And you know, guys, they're so flexible. Like, you know, guys will be like, shit, I just want like a 96-inch fucking TV with football and a beer and some wings and some chips. Like, and guys will do it. Guys will do it just to you know, cuz the chick, yeah, like she's going to want to fuck all day and all night with the guy that she built, you know, but in her mind it's the man of her dreams. That But it's like, bitch, you created that. That's not really who he is, but bitches will still fuck him anyway and get their nut. Dudes is the same way. Just as long he can hit it and go to sleep, like he'll do whatever. And it works for a while until, you know, the guy, I'm sorry to say, and I'm just saying it for this scenario, but guys will start to develop a brain about what these women are doing. So that was one of the conversations that just Rob and I had.
Yeah. It was it was something that I had. I'm so- I don't know if
Cough,
you're
cough,
muted. I'm
cough. Yes,
sorry.
I am. I
Uh,
am.
but you're muting yourself, or I can still talk
You can still
when you're
talk.
coughing.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
muted
okay.
myself.
I thought I thought they couldn't hear me either. Um, it was something that I had mentioned to you before because I saw a relationship where um the woman got with a guy that was, as she called it, he was broken. And like you said, she built him back up. She built him back up the way that she wanted him to be. And when she fixed him, she put him back together. He couldn't stay with her. He didn't stay with her. So essentially, she built a man for someone else. As soon as they broke up, within not even a month after they broke up, he was getting married. So
Mm.
what I was telling you back then, and the second time we talked about it, was basically the reason why a man can't stay where he was fixed is because there's a imbalance of power. Essentially, a woman that builds a man back up feels like she has more control than him. She has more power over him.
Is
It's like,
that what the man feels, or is
yeah,
that like a general idea that that's how
no,
it is?
that's how yeah,
Oh,
that's how men
okay.
feel. Men
Okay.
feel like, oh, now she has a one up on me. She's seen me at my worst. There's no way that she's gonna respect me. There's no way that I can stay here. So even if he loves her, even if he's grateful that she put him back together, it's a imbalance. He cannot stay there. So, and I told you this, the reason why I came up the second time was because I was seeing it in other people too, in other relationships where it's like I did everything for this man and all these things, and like he left me at the drop of a dime. It's because he can't see you that way. He doesn't see you as a wife. He doesn't see you as a girlfriend anymore. You are someone that put him back together. You're a mechanic. He doesn't see you that way. He can't be with you because he feels that you don't respect him. And some women do act like they don't respect him anymore. Like, oh, I've seen you at your broken. I've seen you at your darkest. You cannot talk to me a certain way because I'll throw that back in your face. So he can't stay. So I told you, I was like, women need to stop trying to build their man. Stop trying to build themselves the perfect man, because then he can't stay there no more. And it's messed
No
up to
wonder they
say,
all
and it's
left
messed up.
me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm being
Well,
for
no,
real.
most of them were stupid. Let's just put that out there. But
I don't know. I'm kind of
the
looking like the
ones,
idiot right now, but
but
continue.
you're not though. But you're not though. That I'm telling you, whenever you take a man that's broken and you build him back up, he cannot stay there. That's one. And two, their ego also, because they're like, oh, like you made me better than I even expected. Like you said, men are simple. Men don't think like, oh, I should have a career, I should have a car, I should have a house, I should have this. It's whatever comes, that's what I want. It's what like men are just thinking, like you said, a place where I could sit and watch football and a sports car. That's all men are thinking about. So when a woman comes and says, "No, you should have a career, you should have a mansion, you should have this," once he gets that, it's like, okay, who am I gonna share this with? Because I can't share it with you.
Mm.
That's what it is. It's an ego and it's a imbalance. That's why I said women need to stop trying to fix a man because he's not gonna stay with you. Find a man that already knows what he wants, already has a stable foundation, and can build with you. I'm not saying don't have those wants, like don't want a house, don't want this and that. Yeah, I want that, but make sure that he's capable of that, of giving you that, because if you have to build him up, all you're doing is you're constructing him to be with someone else. That man that you're building up is going to be someone else's man, not yours.
Mm. I agree.
That's why I was asking right now, or I guess the original question was, what did you expect in a marriage? Because in a relationship, it's different. In a marriage, it's it's different than a relationship, and then in a biblical marriage, it's even worse, or not worse, but different. Because I know that you and I didn't start off that way. I know that we didn't, um, yeah, I couldn't say like this is what a biblical husband is, and this is what I am, and this is what I'm striving to be, because I didn't know that. So, and I know it's kind of sounds like I'm saying that you building me up for someone else. That's not what I'm saying. But um, how can I say this? That doesn't sound messed up.
Just say it. It's just me.
You cut off for a reason, I'm
Oh
sure.
my gosh. Yeah, it wants us to fight.
No, no.
No, go ahead and say it. It's just it's. I mean, I get what you mean, but go ahead and say
Well, no, because then we have to get into the whole how we started and all that stuff.
it.
But basically, my me on my side, I knew what was expected out of me as a husband. I knew what was expected out of me if like it all depended on what you wanted. And I don't think that when you and I started talking, definitely not when we started getting together, we did not think, oh, we're gonna get married or we're gonna have what we have now. At least I wasn't. And I'm not saying that that's not what I wanted, but that's not what I saw for myself. I had no idea what this was. And in the beginning, like when we first started talking, I knew that I didn't want anything. Not with you, just with anyone. I was battling whether I was gonna even give myself another chance with someone because I had already mentally, I had already told myself I wasn't going to. But I couldn't shake the spiritual feeling. So if this was a modern relationship, we wouldn't be married. Do you think we would be married if we were both modern? Or
No,
if I was?
no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. Because I had too many walls up. And they were strong walls.
Oh
I
my
knew.
god.
I was like,
And I
no,
bashed
heck
my,
no.
you don't know how many times and how hard I bashed my head into those walls of his.
No.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know that for some people, it feels and sounds like we got together and got married too fast. But no, there was a lot of work. There was a lot of trust. There was a lot of, like, I think we were both in the same starting position. We were both at what other people would call rock bottom. When it comes to relationships, I'm not talking about financial and all that other stuff. I'm talking about we were starting from the bottom. We were on rock bottom, which is the foundation. And it wasn't like we had extra baggage. It wasn't like I was telling you, well, I'm still in love with this person. When you and I started, we were done with both of us were done with those people. we weren't looking for each other. It's not like we used each other to build like a stepping stone to get to where we are now. You were at your you were done with your thing, I was done with my thing. And then it was I don't know, spiritually we just saw each other and I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was it. Like there was no I wonder what she expects. It was like, no, we jumped in. We jumped in and it was safe. I was I was okay with it.
Well, yeah, because it was all spiritual. You know,
Yeah.
I have never had a spiritual relationship. And that's why I think that I jumped into it. Because, you know, it was like, you know, it felt good. And like you said, it felt safe. It really did. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
I have never been in a spiritual relationship before. And I want it. I fucking want it. And, you know, and we've talked about this, like me being an Aries, like I just jump into shit without thinking. And then, you know, I fuck around and I find out, but then I just do it again and again and again. Like for me, it was like, I literally have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in so many fucked
Hmm.
up relationships. And it's like, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, fucking belly flop into this one and see what the fuck happens. And, you know, because for me, it's like, I'm going to enjoy the jump. I'm going to enjoy, you know, flying in the air and yeah, I'm falling, but like I'm feeling the thrill and the excitement and the tickle of the fall until I belly flop. Yeah, it's going to hurt and sting, but it's like I'm going to see if I'm going to drown or if I'm going to float, you know? And like for me, it's like I've already been through so much in my life. Like this, I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is nothing, but like I'm gonna find out. I wanna find out and I want this. I want this right now. And yeah, Rob was totally not thinking of it, you know, and that was fine because for me, it was like I just liked being around you.
Hmm.
Like just like talking about the spiritual stuff and like listening to your spiritual experiences and like just really connecting and like sharing and listening and you know yeah we got angry, you know, yeah we cried, we got sad, and you know like it just seemed so perfect to me, even though it was hard, it was maddening at times, it was very very fucking sad. You know, his stories, my stories, our experiences, our past, and we never really discussed the future other than we both knew that there was no future for us being who we were spiritually as as spiritual people. Like we both knew that we weren't meant to have a life, you know, especially a modern married life or you know, like children or like living together, like, you know, all of these things we knew was forbidden for us because we belong to creator, you know, we belong to
Hmm.
earth, we belong to the people. It's not like a modern marriage, you know, house, kids, perfect job, you know, status and all of these things, they're worthless, they don't mean anything. That's not for us. We're not fully modern people. So to share the same almost I want to say lifeline, sharing the same lifeline with someone that has the same destination, same lifeline as you, it was like I want you. I want you with me through this same path, you know, and you just want to be alongside someone through it all. So for me, it was a big deal. Like it was like I'm not letting him go. We're too much the same. We're too much alike. And Rob, I felt like you were being held onto. And that's why in the beginning I was like, you're never gonna let it go or let them go. And that was my fear because I was like, I can walk away from friendships and relationships, commitments. It is very easy, but I felt like with letting you go was going to be the hardest spiritual and modern task because who am I going to go on in this life, this modern life alongside with? Because after my parents, I have nobody. And that was my fear. I hope nothing got cut out for you.
No, I had
Okay.
her mute because it was fire trucks passing.
Oh.
Well, I think we still have to. We still haven't done that. So we were gonna do an episode on how we started, how it was for us, like that there's people that think again that we just jumped into each other and rebound from what you were going through and I
In
was
a
going
modern
through.
way, yes, we did. But that's what it appears like. But
Yeah,
spiritually, fuck, I feel like we were connected for a really long time. Like
yeah.
everything spiritually happened for us. Like, yeah, kind of quick, but it was almost like we stepped through a portal that sped us up like 10 years.
Hmm.
And that's spiritual. Like, that's like, like you see a wormhole and then you're just kind of like, okay, let's go home. You ready to go home? And it was just like, let's go home. And not knowing where home is. But like, once you step through together, it's like, you come out on the other end still side by side with all the knowledge, with all the learning, the love, the commitment, the loyalty, the heartbreak, the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the patience and impatience, um, like feeling emotional pain, spiritual pain, physical pain. Like your everything is brought with you through that portal, and it just sped us up like 10 years.
I was gonna say right before you mentioned home, but I had to mute because it was more sirens. I was gonna tell you that I don't know. I never understood. Well, not never. In the beginning, I didn't understand why you felt so much like home, and I didn't know what home was. So when you said it, I was on mute, and when you said it, I was like, "There's no way you said that." But yeah, it. I don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. Plus, I think you said it all. It was. It was a first for me because again, like you, I had never had a spiritual connection with someone. Even the ones that I try to force into a spiritual thing, I think that they were just agreeing with me and nobody actually knew what the heck I meant by spiritual connection. Everybody thinks about soulmates and twin flames and stuff, but nobody really knows what that even means. Because kind of like a horoscope, if you read just a horoscope without who it's for, you could fit it into your own horoscope until you read the who it's for, like Sagittarius or Libra or whatever. Until you read who it's for, then you realize that they all make sense for you. Does that make sense,
Yeah.
babe?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, I couldn't hear you. But it's the same thing. You find someone, you meet someone, It feels new, it feels good, it feels like, oh, they understand me, they've been through stuff. This is the person for me. This is my soulmate. We're twin flames, we're gonna die together. And then 2, 3 months later, you're like, I hate that bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now I found my soulmate. I thought I found my soulmate before, but this is my soulmate for sure. 2 or 3 weeks later, and it's like, oh, that wasn't my soulmate for sure.
Yeah.
So with you, I didn't understand it. I didn't know, because again, I've always had spirituality. I just didn't know that that's what it was. I always had abilities. I just didn't know what they were or what to call them. I just knew stuff. And when you and I we started talking in the beginning, I didn't even know that you were spiritual because when you were doing the tarot stuff, the tarot readings from your reader, I thought it was just like tarot. I thought it was just that. I didn't think it was a spiritual thing because,
Hmm.
and even then, back then, I didn't know that that was witchcraft. I didn't know that that's different than spirituality and abilities. I thought everything was just lumped up together, soulmates, twin flames, connections and stuff like that. But when I started connecting with you for real in the spiritual, it was everything that I always wanted and needed, but never got. That's why you felt like home to me. Because again, you can't explain what home is until you come home, until you're able to take off everything and feel safe. I think that's what the difference between coming to a house and coming home is. You can come to a house, but if you don't feel safe enough to take off your guard, to let your walls down, to kick off your shoes and really relax, then you're not at home. That's not home for you. If you're in a relationship and you can't tell your partner something because they're gonna get mad or they're gonna use it against you, then that's not a relationship. That's not a trusting, loving relationship. That's not where it's at. So just the simple fact that I could tell you things without feeling like you were gonna judge me, and honestly not even caring, because I was like, this is who I am. If you can't handle it, then tell me now. I'd rather you tell me now than to wait 2 or 3 years and then you'd be like, oh, well, that's not what I want. So I think that's, like you said, it sped everything up. The things that we should be doing now, 2 or 3 years in, we we did 2 or 3 months in.
Hmm.
I know that for a lot of people, it was like, wow, that was quick. Like they're not gonna make it because it was so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not even like we're doing this to, out of spite for the people from our past. Like how some people, they just they do shit like that, like, and for us, like all I saw was you and all I felt was you, and that's all I wanted to feel every single day. And it just, like, I've said this to you, like, you are literally like the best part of my life, because everything that I remember, like, it's how you look at things. Like everything that I remember from being a child to like my first heartbreak and things like that, like it didn't even count. Like
Hmm.
it's almost like you go through things, and even as a kid I knew, like, as many times as I've been rejected, asking a boy out or asking a boy to dance with me at the dance and them saying no, it was like the worst fucking feeling like ever. But it was like, no, that's not it. Like it was like the pain was like nothing. Like, yeah, you felt the heartbreak, but it was like that wasn't enough though. And again, it may have been the Aries in me, like we just never learn, but you just never give up because you still believe in love. Like, even though you look at yourself and you're just like, I'm not shit, I don't look good, you know, um, like I'm fat, I'm ugly, you know, like all of these things. Like, it was just like, no, that's not it. You know, like you just didn't know what you were and if it was normal, and did everyone feel it, but you know you're the only one that's feeling it. And when it came to you, it was like everything, every heartbreak, just everything just fucking went out the window.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that was my previous life. Like, that's not, I don't think that's who I really was. You know, and I think, like, you know, I mean, I'll just say it. Like, I was a fucking sex freak. You know what I mean? But, like, that was like nothing. You know, like, intimacy with you is like, you were like the whole sex shop. You know, like, you just amplified everything. Like, yeah, like I said, like stepping through like a portal, and like, you know, you come out on the other side, kind of like, the other night we were watching Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure, where they died, met up with death, you know, went to see God. And like, you know how they went into the phone booth, like, just, you know, as young adults, and then when they came out with like a beard, and, you know, their
Hmm.
child, you know, their babies. See, like, that's like, you know, and they perfected their, you know, like, they were true musicians. Like, they went in not playing very good music, but when they stepped out of the booth, like, they were just hits.
Hmm.
So, you know, like, they went through the whole, you know, like, shacking up with their wives and getting them pregnant, and the 9 months of pregnancy, and then the deliverance of the babies, and, oh, you know, like, I'm gonna name my kid after your kid, and my kid after, you know, like, and then signing birth certificates, and, you know, shit like that, and then growing this long ass beard, and perfecting their music. See, and like, all of that shit happened just within a few seconds of them stepping into the booth and coming out. And they're just, like I said, hits.
Hmm.
And, you know, like, you're not gonna get it until either you watch that movie or, like, you really do find someone that you are spiritually connected with. And then hopefully you guys will not just understand, but really grow to love each other, and like stick together, and like talk through things, and listen to one another, and like literally like be there and don't go anywhere. You know, that's why in my culture they say, like, yeah, like, once you're married and once you have children, your life is over. It is. Like, your life is over. Let that fucking sink in. Your life is over. It's all about your wife and your children. And you only have one. Once you divorce, or once one of you guys pass away.
12, 12,
Oh shit,
12, 12, 12,
12,
12,
12,
12,
12.
12.
Yes, see? It's a sign. But like,
Yeah.
that, like, you don't ever get married again. You don't ever have intimacy with anyone else, because when you go, your partner will be waiting for you on the other side, if you guys are meant. But if you are loyal to one another until the very end, that is your forever partner in this life and in the next life. That's why, you know, I seen this tweet. I saved it, but I can't go through my tweets right now. But Like, you are like my first and my last marriage, straight up. And I don't, you know, people may say I'm jumping the gun, but I don't see us divorcing or separating unless one of us passes away. And even so, like, if I go before you or you go before me, like I'm staying loyal. I know that for a fucking fact. And not only that, I have my parents to keep me accountable. Like, okay, Rob is sliding over and down the Rainbow Bridge. Like, you stay loyal to him. So there's no me going out, putting myself back on the meat rack. Like, oh yeah, I'm like single, or I'm, a widow, and, I want to fuck, or I'm looking for someone else. Like, there's none of that. None. Fucking none. That's not happening. And I just wish that people would stay that loyal. Like, once you're a divorced woman or man, it's about your kids. Even after they get married and have their own family, you're still single, bitch.
Mm.
That's when you should turn to and depend on your beliefs, your faith, and you maintain your marriage until it is your time to go. I've seen bits and pieces of the other side to know at least that. And that's, to me, I think that's how a marriage should be. And I think I failed to mention that you were asking, like, what type of wife did you think you were gonna be? Like I said, I knew I was a shit. Like, I knew that, like, shit, I can suck a mean dick. Like, I know I'm a good woman, or I know my shit. Like, I'm a hardworking bitch. Like, I can do things. Like, I know how to help. Like, I step in and I take action. Like, I'm very headstrong. I'm very loving and caring. I love to serve. I love, just being around someone. We don't even have to say shit to one another. I just want to be around you, and I want to love you and care for you and take care of you. Like, I know I'm a good woman. And that's why I think I knew what type of wife I would be. I think I was just more focused on, like, I do want a marriage, but I want to see where your head is at. And what types of things drive you, like what makes you a good man, not a great husband, because of course, you kind of elevate marriage life together, but it's like, how are you as a man? Like, do you take care of yourself? Like, do you clean up after yourself? Like, how are you at work? Or how are you with money? Like, how are you about taking care of a household? Or, like, how are you, what's your viewpoints about animals? Because I want a dog and a cat. So, do you have any responses to what I just said?
I should.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know. Um, well, the original question was, what did you know what to expect from a marriage? And you said right now that you knew what you were bringing to it, and it's final. We know that. I know that. I feel weird saying, well, this is the last time, because I know I've said that before. And I know that, you know, people keep receipts. And I know that somebody's gonna be like, yeah, I've heard that before. But I kind of, so earlier when you said that you jump into this portal and it's like your home. At the same time, I feel like we jumped through that portal and we, it's the beginning. It's almost as if it wiped out our entire past, even though I know we can't do that. That's why I do keep bringing it up and I keep correcting some things because I know that it's not that easy to just be like, yeah, you're my first and I've never had someone before you. Because obviously, me saying that would be a lie in the modern world. But in the spiritual world, it is the beginning. I have never been with somebody spiritually. I had never been with somebody that was spiritual. And I think that's kind of where I was going when I said I've tried to make them spiritual. I've tried to fit them into the spiritual side of me. And some have agreed, like, oh yeah, I know all about that, but they don't. And it shows. So when you have the real deal, when I was in it with you, when we started off, I knew that it was different. I knew that it was real. So when we say it's final, it's our last one, it is. Because we're either gonna die together or you're gonna die and I'm gonna wait for you, or I'm gonna die and you're gonna wait for me. And even then, because of our beliefs, again, we don't belong to each other. We belong to Creator. Creator put us together. So when we pass, there is that possibility that we won't end up in the same place, but we will always be together. We will always be connected. So it sounds messed up. It sounds messed up because it's like, oh, no, you know what? F that. I heard something really messed up today. I don't even know how I ended up at this radio station.
Oh
It was a
my
radio
gosh.
station. It was like a radio station slash podcast. And it was three people that were talking. I have no idea because they were like, oh, it's continuing our talk from last night. And I was like, wait, I wasn't here last night. Explain. But it sounded like it was widows and widowers that decided that they needed to move on, or not move on, but like re-enter the dating or even possibly the married life. And they were talking, and then this one lady was like, yeah, it was so hard for me, and like it took me 4 years to even think to move on or to find someone else or to start dating. And I'm thinking, 4 years? 4 years is nothing. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
You were with somebody for 30 something years and you in 4 years you're done?
Mm-mm.
That's it? And then
Mm-mm.
she said that I think she said that her husband and her son passed away in the same accident, and her daughter-in-law moved on 6 months after the accident.
Shit.
And I'm like, how do people
Those
do this?
bitches.
How do people even think of moving on when you have something? What? It's because they don't have the spiritual part.
Their life
I think for
insurance is
some,
probably ran out.
um, I think
I'm
they do
kidding.
love.
I'm kidding. I'm
Oh.
kidding. Before anybody out there gets mad at me.
I think a lot of people just well, two things. One, they do believe that when I say until death do us part, that's the contract. Once the person dies, it's over. Yes, I might have loved you, but I still need to be with someone. I can't be alone.
Get a
There
fucking
are those
dog.
people out there.
Get a cat. Get a hamster. Oh my gosh.
It's not the same.
No, my
It's not the same.
God.
But you're never gonna find, when it's a spiritual connection, you're never gonna find that again. You
Yeah, I
can't even
know.
fool yourself. You have to be able to be honest with yourself and be like, I just don't want to be alone, but I'm not trying to replace who I'm with or who I was with. But no, it's
I
not the same.
I I approve guilt trips. Like you should feel guilty for thinking that, like you should feel like shit. You should be hard on yourself. Cuz that was supposed to be your life partner and beyond that. But I know there's people out there like, "Oh my god, well who thinks that far ahead?" And it's like, "Okay, so you're not the one for me."
Mm,
Cuz that's hurtful. That's hurtful when you hear someone talk like that, and it's like, okay, well, you're not my forever person and beyond, because I would
Mm-hmm.
want someone to wanna stay, like belong to
Something.
me like forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think, well, it probably does sound selfish, but like, if you believe in like, oh, I'm always with you, like when people say like, oh, God is with you, or like this or that person will forever be in your heart or in our hearts, like almost like your roots. People don't
Mm-hmm.
take each other seriously like that, and they should, I think, because if you're able to, like, you're a very strong, devoted, loyal person. And we need to be like that for one another. And it's so fucked up that none of these motherfuckers can. That's hurtful. It is sad
Mm-hmm.
to see. When I say, yeah, get a dog, get a cat, I'm not really trying to be funny. Like, they make great companions because they're just as alone as you. They need someone to depend on, to help take care of them. And people that, like, the whole replacing thing, like, that's just, man, that's low down. And they know
Mm-hmm.
it. For me, I don't think I could be with someone that, like, oh yeah, I'm a widow, or a widower, or like, oh, my girlfriend died. Like, I would be like, I can't be with you, because like, you should, like, okay, like, friends, cool, like, yeah, I'll be your friend, but we're not effing around, because nah, like, I would know better. That's disrespectful to the person on the other side, especially if I could see them and
Yeah.
they're watching us do shit, and I would be like, no, I can't, like, because it's like you were with that person when they went. So it's like, I do still believe and think and would feel that you guys are still together. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
good feeling. So like, when people step in and, oh, I'll be their new man in your life. Like, what's that life insurance check looking like? Because people do that shit, and it is about money sometimes, but with the other person, it's about companionship. So yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Sorry, I took it like in a negative way.
No, no, it's fine. I was trying to look for this one text. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a text, but I remember. I remember telling that person. I remember telling her that I thought I was meant to be spiritually with someone, not in a physical relationship with someone. And of course, she didn't understand what that meant, and I didn't understand what I meant at that time. But I was looking for that text because I was gonna send it to you, but can't.
No
I'm
shit.
seeing all kinds of other bullshit, so I'm
Oh
just like,
no.
nah, never mind. Because I didn't know how to explain it. Because I know I said it like in a specific way
Yeah.
in the text, but
Alright.
I was essentially describing us.
Well, you knew it. Your spirit
Um,
knew it. God knew it.
yeah.
For me, like, I knew what my duties were, and Creator told me, like, hey, if you accept this like 100%, like, what I need you to do for me, for the world, you're not meant to be married. Like, you're not meant to have children. You're not meant for, this, and that. And I was like, well, I've been rejected all my life. Sure, why not? Like, and it was just, like it was, it was an experience. Like, these experiences that I had, yeah, it was bullshit. But I knew what it was. Like, I knew it really wasn't gonna be forever, even though I wanted it. Like, because you and I talked about what our perfect marriage, what we thought of our own, like as separate with other people, we knew what we wanted. Like, oh yeah, I want to be married, but like I want to have my own house and he can have his own house.
Mm-hmm.
And like trust each other enough that, oh, I'm going straight to work and back. Like, okay, have a good day. Like, yo, you
Mm-hmm.
want to meet up for Italian? After work, and maybe I could come to your place and you come to my place, and
Yeah.
then once we get a good nut, okay, see you tomorrow. Like, I literally thought that was like the perfect marriage for me because it's like,
Yes.
I don't see how, because I
We
was,
could
I
have
was one of those, like,
we could have houses built next to each other, babe.
yes,
And I
yes.
could just walk home and I could walk you home.
Mm. Wanna walk
Go ahead.
me to my door?
Yes.
Yeah, even though that's how I felt back then with a shitty modern person, who I thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, would I want to live in separate houses with you? Technically, that's what we're doing. And things are good, do I think things would change if we were living in the same house? Yes and no, I think, because I was in a relationship where, you know, we lived in the same house, but it was like we wanted to be away from each other, like purposely. Like, we were just like, oh, you stay over there and I'll stay over here. Or like when
Mm-hmm.
they would come to my room, I'd be like, what do you want? Or what do they want now? Or what the fuck they want me to do now? They're fucking lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I would get in those moods where I'm like,
At your house?
yeah.
Oh.
And I would be like, I'm lonely. Like, I want a hug. Like, I want someone to like want to be with me, want to be around me, want to hang out with me, want to talk to me, want to kiss me, want to love me, and like just wanting it and never getting it.
Yeah.
So like being ignored, you know what I'm saying? Um and when we were kicking it, like it was just temporary. And you knew it was temporary. You knew it wasn't real. You just fucking knew it.
Mm-hmm.
That like, okay, well, I'm going to go back to my other side of the house. Like, okay, see ya. And with you, like you'll be, doing your prayers and you're studying, you're reading, you're writing, and all of those things, and me being in the studio and just like doing my thing. And I would come and check on you and you would check on me, and we would like hang out, laugh, and share, and all of those things. And then it's like, you want to get something to eat, and then like we would go eat, or we bring it back, watch a few episodes of The Chosen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, well, I gotta get back to work. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and there might be like a light apology, like, oh, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. And it's like, no, it's okay. It's different. And then when we're
Mm-hmm.
apart, even though we're in the same house, we're missing each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I just came here to kiss you.
Yeah.
Like, in it's welcomed. It's not rejection. It's not like, oh, I feel bad for you, or like it's none of that. Like absolutely not. It's just different. So living in one house, like I think it would still work. Living in separate houses, like it still works.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna say like we're not gonna ever fight, because we fought. We have disagreements and things like that, but never to the extent of how it was when I was in shitty fucking relationships.
Yeah.
And fuck the bitch that thinks that I just loved getting hit.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Shit,
thinking
you
about
hit
it.
me, I'm hitting you back. Fuck that. Oh, I like getting hit and fucking smack. Shit, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. But and now. Now for us it's completely spiritual. The modern thing, us living together, living apart, it is a modern thing. That's like that shit has no meaning, like as far as like the separation. But like being together, like we're working together spiritually when we're together.
Mm.
And when we're apart it's the same.
It's crazy because the first year that we were together, we were was it the first year? I don't know. Anyways, see, we're back to like it's been like 20 years now, but the
It
first
literally
year,
has. But go ahead.
every year is 10 years for us, so it's 20 years right now. But
Mm-hmm.
um, the first year we were together, what, like every 2 weeks out of every month,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like every 2 weeks we would see each other.
Yeah.
And I knew at the beginning of this year, I was like, I don't know, but we're not gonna see each other as much. And even though we've tried, it still hasn't worked out that way. So I know that it's a spiritual thing. It's not like, oh, it's fine. She like I'm over it. The honeymoon phase is over. She could be over there and I'm over here. That's not it. I know it's a spiritual thing for both of us. It's not just me.
It was our duty set
Yeah.
set for us by creator. So
Yeah. So, and this is exactly what I mean when I said God comes first. For you, creator comes first. It has to be that way because I wouldn't have the things that I have. I wouldn't be able to give you the things that I give you, or even the time, or talk to you, or do anything if I put anything above God. So because I put God first, that's why us being apart doesn't feel like we're apart. Because if I didn't put God first, we would want to be together, but we wouldn't be able to be together, if that makes sense. And it would just make everything harder. I think we would get to the point where it's like, well, if you can't be with me, if you can't make time to come see me, if you can't catch a bus to come see me, then we shouldn't be together. It would get to that point because we wouldn't have priorities in the right order. But because we do, it does work. It does still kind of suck, but because of the purpose or the reason why we can't do it right now, it makes it easier. And I think because of that same reason, it amplifies the connection. I feel closer to you now, these last few months after the last time we were together. So even that, I don't know if you noticed that, but when the heck would I have ever been able to be over there for 2 months? Never.
yeah.
The first year that we were together, it had to be every other week or every 2 weeks because we couldn't be physically together because of whatever reasons. This time it's like, okay, we went 3 months without seeing each other, but we went 2 months with being together, and that would never have happened. And okay, now it's been what, like 2, 3 months again? Maybe soon, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But we don't know what's in store. But again, it feels like we're closer, at least for me.
Yeah, I do feel closer to
And
you.
I wouldn't have this with anyone else. There's no way from anyone in my past that I could be like, hey, we're not gonna see each other or we're not gonna talk to each other for 2 or 3 months at a time. They'd be like, yeah, you're single. Goodbye. And I would have to. I would have to accept it. So no, it's not the same. And it is because we are doing our duties. We have to. I don't think we have that option. Even though sometimes we have our little meltdowns and stuff and we talk about and we should just give it up, but we can't. And we know we can't. And we know we wouldn't.
I love how we can talk about those meltdowns and have these meltdowns together,
Yeah.
you know, because it does get hard. And it's not the missing each other part or
Hmm.
like being together. It's like, it's our, it's our
Yeah.
destinies. It's our work, spiritual work that gets us
Hmm.
down. But I'm so happy and thankful that I have someone in my life that not only understands but is going through the same things that I've been going through all my 40 years by myself, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you waited because you're not a patient person. But you are not a patient person, but you're very patient with me. Too patient, actually, I would say.
But you're teaching me patience. So I am learning.
Mm.
You know, we're teaching each other, and
Yeah.
that's a way that I think I know that's why Creator put us together.
Yeah.
Well, my folks are home.
Okay.
Yeah, see. Thank you, babe, for doing this very special episode with me.
Thank you for having me, babe.
And I'll see you in the bedroom.
What? It cut off.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
What'd you say?
I said, so I'll meet you in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it cut out for you.
Yeah, it did.
And thank you to everyone tuning into this episode. Don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And we'll check you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Bye.